Hello guys, welcome to lab session. In this lab session, we are going to discuss about variables and we will also look into the code how we will use variables within Ansible. So let's look into that. So variables in any other programming language helps you to use and assign a value to a variable. So let's understand that. So in Ansible, there are various places where we can use the variable, like inventory, playbook. That is also we can declare the variables within files or as well. There is some variables, the special variables within Ansible called facts, which keeps the information about the environment. We can also define variables within Ansible. But in this example, we are going to see that how we use variable within playbook, and the exercises which we are going to do is this. So we are going to perform all these exercises. If you want to follow along with me, you can follow along with me. If you want to watch it, you simply watch it, that's fine. I have given all these exercises within your resource section, so you can work with them anytime. I have also given the instruction what to do in each exercises, so that it is really easy for you. You can run it offline as well. Both the way it is fine with me. Okay guys, so we are now on terminal. So one thing I just wanted to tell that we are going to use something called tmux. Why tmux? So because with the help of tmux we can easily break the screens. So what do I mean by that? So you can use control B and double quotes, then on the same screen you have two different panes, and to navigate on the pane what you have to do, you have to press Ctrl B and O. So you are now in the first pane. First thing we want to check that how many containers we have. I have already created one container, so that this is the one container which we are not going to use, just I have created it. We are going to, right now all the labs happen within a local host, which is a controller machine. All these lab is related with the controller machine. When we move further, then you will come to know that how to use these machines. So let's get started guys. Now what we have to do, we have to look into, first we will create a inventory file. To do that, what we have to do, to create first lab directory. We are going to work on this lab directory, Ansible labs. We will be doing all the exercises within this. So first thing, this inventory file I will explain in other section, other part of the lab, but for now I am just creating it so that it is required. So for now I am just going to create a inventory file, nano inventory.ini. So we will create, and here we will make an entry of this machine so that we will use it further. So here we have a master one machine. Here I am creating a, this is inventory variable. This is one of the way which you can define the inventory variable into the inventory file. So we are creating a variable called masters over here, and we are making an entry over here called master1. Master1 is the machine name over here, and then we have to tell that there is a special variable within that where we are mentioning that Ansible host. Here we need to provide the IP of the machine, that is 10.115.50.194. Once after that, we need to also mention that which user is going to be the user for this. So we are telling that this is going to be the root. So once that's the thing which we wanted to make an entry. I will have an exclusive session on this. So for now, just I am keeping it. I will explain you in the later section. So because right now our focus is to understand the element of playbooks. So this is the first element we are working upon. Right now we are ready to execute our exercises. So to learn that, what are the steps we have to follow, so let's look into that. So here it is telling that create a playbook called lab exercise YAML. So we will take this, copy it. You also follow the same way. and come here and then write nano or vi vim, whatever you have, you can use it. Now we have created as per the instruction. Now moving further, what it is telling, okay, demo playbook. Within that, what we have to do, we have to run code, or I can say I can use the power of copy paste. So we will come here and paste it. I will explain the code over here. So what we are telling over here, that we are going to perform this action on this host. Which host? Local host. Local host means the current controller machine where I am executing it. And within this host, I'm going to create a variable called dev. And what are the tasks we are going to perform? We are going to perform these tasks, and the name of the task is display variable. It is always a good practice to give a name. If you don't give, it will run, there is no problem, but if you will give, it will give you meaningful information. So now it is very simple task. We have created very simple playbook. We have created where we have kept the name localhost, and which contains a variables, and the name of the variable is dev, and the name of this task is display variable. It is doing nothing but displaying the message. By this way, in Ansible, we actually print the message on the screen by using debug. Exit from here. Yes, we want to save it. Okay, so now we wanted to run it, clear it. So let's run it first. So to run it, what you have to do, write Ansible hyphen playbook minus I means this inventory. Which inventory I am going to use? Inventory dot ini. If you don't provide, it will take the default one and it will send some warning that I will show you. Here if you write like lab exercises dot, if you run it, you will get some warning. See here, you are getting some warning, but it executed. So why it is telling that? It is telling that the default location have some host file, that is inventory file, which doesn't contain any information. So to avoid this warning in the first instance, what we have done, we have created an inventory file. Now I will run with an inventory file, if you, so that we will use it later. Right now it is just to remove this warning. I have created this, and later point of time when we proceed further in the course, then we will use this inventory file only, and we will tell that. Now if we will execute it, then it will not give any warning. See here, it haven't given any warning. So it is a simple playbook. What we did, we have created a play to display a message, and here whatever the name you have given to that play, it is displaying that. So if you look into that, see here, we are telling that display variable. So now we understand that. Let's move to the other exercise. What is the other lab it is telling? Let's look into that. So it is telling that this exercise completed. Now move to the other exercise, facts variable. So it is telling that, so here Ansible provides us some of the special environment variable kind of information. So we will look into that. So run this command, we will get some information about Ansible setup. So let's look into that. If you run it directly, then it will give us information about the local host. See here, it has given some of the information which is truncated information. We will look into more detail if we will make it output into some other file. As it has given so much of long information, so this is not useful. So what we have to do, we have to do some useful thing. So to do that, what we need to write, we again use this thing, and we will pass it to some variable, some text file. So let's say sysinfo. Okay, we will look into now what it has given. If you go to the sysinfo.txt, see here, it has given all those required information, how this setup is, what this information it has given the information about the controller machines, and there are various information it has given also, all the information about Ansible local machine. So all this thing you can look into that when you are performing this exercise. You can also look into these things, so you will get so much of information out of it. Okay, now we have performed the third exercise. Now moving to the second exercise. Now we are moving to the third exercise. What is that? So it is telling that we need to, okay, so now we are going to use some of the facts variable which we are getting there. So there is one variable which we are going to use, that Ansible distribution. We will look into that, what kind of distribution we are using with this. So to do that, we can create a facts demo.yml. So clear, here we will create another playbook. Nano, I am using Nano editor, and facts demo.yml. Within that we will paste the code. So here what we are doing, we are again, now you know why we are using vars. So it is again a variable declaration within playbook, and here we need to mention that this is the boolean value for gathering the information about the fact. We must have to provide this as a true. Once you will provide that, then we will get the information from the facts variable. And here we are mentioning this line, we are comfortable as we have performed this line in our last lab. After that we are creating another task with a name called print out operating system. So this detail, this Ansible distribution will give that detail. So now let's go into that. We wanted to save it, and then we will go and write Ansible hyphen playbook -i inventory and run it. Why it is giving the warning? Because I forget to mention over .ini, as we are having ini. If it is providing in, we have provided inventory, so it looked into the current location, it didn't find any file with that name, so it has given it went to the default location, which is Ansible location where Ansible binaries are kept, and it checked there is also no entry. That's the reason it's given the warning. Now we run it, we will not get any warning. See here. So here you will see that we are using Ubuntu distribution. So it told that, so it has executed commands and these tasks and play whatever the task which we have told that. So just verify it, facts demo. So we told to just execute and give me the information about environment variable which we have created over here. Just print that in variable, and here we have provided that to print devo, and then afterwards we have also printed the Ubuntu distribution. So if you run it again, then you will get that. So that's it guys for this lab. So it is pretty much straightforward. You will practice it, and once you are comfortable with it, then I am definitely sure we are going to write big playbook in a coming session. This is just a first steps towards learning the Ansible writing and Ansible playbook. So see you in the next session. Thank you very much. Bye bye.